Hello everybody! As you know, last month I did an experiment involving 8 different houseplants that internet recommended to me, and I put them in my bathroom, and which neither of them has any windows and zero sunlight basically. Here is my conclusion about my experiment. The first and second plant that's showing some sign that they don't really like being indoors is our two succulents, string of pearls and donkey tails. From the first week, I already can see some of the leaves from the donkey tails is falling out, and some of them is drying out. It's like shrinking and doesn't look really good. And for the string of pearls, some of the pearls looks like shrinking and not green anymore. It's like more brownish color. Once I see those signs, I move them outside and give them some sunlight, but I guess none of them really make it. The string of pearls dies within days. For donkey tails, I did repot it and one stem survived. I think they're gonna be okay now since I moved it outside. Sadly, the third one to go is Calathea and English ivy. The edge of the leaves of the Calathea looks brown and dry, and some of the leaves that popped out doesn't develop any color that it's supposed to be, so it's just greenish, like very subtle green. So I try to keep it indoor for maybe another 1 or 2 weeks, but it doesn't look really good after that, so I moved the Calathea outside too. So this is how the Calathea doing right now. From far away, it looks pretty good, but if you look really closely, some of the leaves are like this, like dry, but I don't want to cut it off. After done with this video, I'm going to cut some of the dry leaves, so it's going to be better for the plants and promote new shoots. Like this one, you can see it's dry. And since I'm moving outside, some of the leaves that I said they didn't have any colors when it's indoors, it starts to develop really subtle, like purplish in the back of the leaves, and the front of the leaves start making the patterns. Yeah, this is a sign of the healthy plant. I'm really happy with it. Even though some of the leaves are drying, looks dying, but it's doing pretty good after I moved it outside. For the English ivy, I noticed that some leaves does look really floppy, and the stem cannot even support the weight of the leaves, so it just flop over. Doesn't look really good, honestly. So I definitely moved it outside with the Calathea, and from there, I did cut some of the leaves that looks dying. This is what we got right now. Even though there are only 2 stems left, but these 2 stems are standing again. Can you see? When I put it inside, the stem is like flopping over like this, and the rest of the leaves also is not like firm like this. So it's definitely showing some sign that they will rebound. This plant is really strong, and it's really good. If you are the first timer, should give this a try. Let's talk about the plants that I put in my bedroom. I did put philodendron and snake plants on my bedroom. They still look good on the second week, but on the third week, I noticed something weird. 2 of the philodendron leaves and 1 of the snake plant's leaves just went to mush, like watery, floppy mush. So I had to cut the stems, but because of the philodendron only has 2 leaves left, but I don't want to risk it. So I put it outside immediately, and I'm moving the snake plants to the corner of the room. I'm guessing why they are turning into mush is because I put the plants in front of my AC, so it like blows directly to the leaves, and probably it's too cold. Maybe that's the case. So after I moved the snake plants to the corner of my room, they look really happy. So I guess my conclusion is right. Don't put your plants in front of your AC. So the last two plants that I kept inside with the zero sunlight and kind of survived is snake plants and devil's ivy. As you can see right here is my snake plants. After I put it in the corner of my room, they look more happy. Even though all the plants that you keep inside, keep in mind if you're keeping your plants indoor without any sunlight, they're not gonna put much growth. They can't just produce any leaves with just water, right? It's basically like human. You can't survive just drinking water. You have to eat, basically. So don't ask your plant too much. Just put them outside if you want it to grow a lot. And don't forget to give them fertilizer also. This plant is probably the winner, probably the best plant to keep indoors, and the runner-up is devil's ivy. Keep in mind that I kept this plant 1 week advance from the other plants indoor, so they are not looking so good right now. You can see there is some leaves that are dying, I know. Even though I already watered them once a week and I already gave them fertilizer, but it's not enough. Again, they need sunlight. They're gonna look far better after I cut some of these dead leaves. Even though they are not as lush as the first time I put them inside, but they're still looking really good. But I have to tell you this, after I put all my plants inside for about 1 week, my friend gave me devil's ivy leaves that can be propagated, and I put some on water and the rest outside, potted with soil. Look at this! I only put it in the face about 3 weeks, and look at the roots. Can you see it? Can you see how long it is? Oh my god, they look so happy. This is why you should give your plants at least a little bit of sunlight, because they're gonna go like this even though you put it in water. It's not because it's dry, because it needs some nutrients from the sun. I haven't given any fertilizer for this one and outside too, but they're doing okay. The outside one obviously doing better than this one, but this one is like super pretty and clean looking. So if you have some devil's ivy stems, just put it in water and you're gonna be surprised how happy they look just in water. So my conclusion is none of these plants really prefer living inside with zero sunlight, obviously. But if you insist, you can keep a snake plants inside, or maybe try devil's ivy. Devil's ivy is great, but I do suggest you put your plants outside maybe about 1 or 2 days after keeping it indoors for 15 days or so, or as much as you can, because plants are much happier outside. Like this philodendron that I have. This plant only have 2 leaves when I put it outside, and in 1 or 2 days after I put it outside, they put out new leaves. This one is new. Can you see? It's like brighter green than the rest. They even showing some sign that they are going to produce another one from this stem. I'm so happy. I think this one is gonna rebound quick. And take a look of my snake plants after I put it outside. Look at this beauty. They didn't look like spiders, isn't it? Like shooting some webs. You can even put these to soil and make new plants out of this. New whole plants. You see it? They look really happy. Yeah, that's the end of my experiment for these plants, and I'm going to put all of them outside where it's supposed to be grown. To be honest, since then I bought some new plants and I think I need to rearrange my garden situation to fit them all. So let's check it out. I'm gonna do some makeover to my garden. I chose this spot for my low light plants because this section only got 3 to 4 hours of sunlight a day, and this section got 6 to 9 hours of sunlight a day, so it's suitable for my cucumber, carrot, and mango plants. I'm gonna harvest your fruit really soon. It's only about 10 or 15 years, right? So I'm gonna harvest you when I'm 40 years old, maybe. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!